Yeah, okay, mate. So the LTC chart here, and you're talking about, can LTC ever go back to all-time highs? And it would be this price of BTC is 100k. You know, how do I want to say it? The thing is, BTC always leads the market. So BTC usually goes up, and creates its own bull run. The altcoins continue behind that. And then when BTC tops out, the altcoins kind of catch up because money comes out of BTC and flows into the altcoins. So when that money comes out of BTC and flows into the altcoins, we get these large spikes here. This is what we get, these alt seasons, these large spikes. They will likely continue to happen. It is unlikely that this goes back to all-time highs. I just posted this video earlier that everything is going to zero in terms of Bitcoin. Well, of course, we're not going to actually go to zero, but that's what the video was implying. Also, the other thing I want to say is every single alt season has had. Oh no, there's not in this chart actually. Oh yeah, sorry, I just didn't see it there. That is also a stop hunt. Every single alt season has had a bullish quarterly stop hunt. There's one there and there's one here. The last two alt seasons, there was one in 2017. Oh, sorry, that's 2015, and that is your 2017. So 2015, 2017, and here's the small one. Actually, we didn't really get anything here. Was that it there? No, that's 22. I mean 2020. You can see there's 2021. This is all a spike it got the last bull market. It got nothing. Bitcoin was way too strong. Bitcoin broke out hard, which, you know, suppresses the price of this. You know, with the ETFs and all the rest coming out and Bitcoin getting more recognition worldwide, you have to think there's going to be more and more buyers and less sellers. On top of that, the Bitcoin chart looks to be in a macro uptrend, kind of meaning that this should be in a macro downtrend in theory. Now, the lack of spike here in the last bull market, that is surprising. You know, you would have expected a bit of a bigger spike here in the last bull market, because the last bull market, you know, altcoins ran pretty hard. You can see the increase in volume here, though. There was a lot of people buying it and trading it, attempting to see if this was going to spike. Look at this doji candle here. A lot of people probably thought that the market was going to spike on that and move higher, but it just didn't do that. Then people started to sell it off here. You can see that they started to dump it here after the doji. They thought that was the bottom there, and then they dumped it again here. It wasn't moving, and then then they kind of bought it up again here, but then the market rolled over and nothing ever really happened. Okay, so I'm going to look at the longest chart here, the Litecoin chart on Kraken, Karkin, whatever you call it. This was absolutely beautiful. There should be other coins doing this as well. That's a 3-month chart, and look at the run on that. I do not like this sort of pattern on Litecoin. I'm not a fan of that. No, I shouldn't say that. I'm just saying you need to be wary of this breaking down. If this starts breaking down, Litecoin is done for. Litecoin is going to do this and peter away and go back to $16 or come back down to here. I didn't draw that very straight. You know, I'm just saying it's going to come back down there to $10 or $20 somewhere down here if this trend line breaks. So it's extremely important that the market holds that price. This is currently a bearish stop hunt, but also a potential bearish engulfing candle. Now, I don't really think that candle is going to hold. I don't think so. I think there'll be some sort of bounce here on this quarter, and then maybe next quarter we can maybe move higher again. But if I'm wrong on that and this starts to flush and break below here, Litecoin is dying. Litecoin is not going to be good. I did think that this was going to go higher. It's got the POW narrative. I don't think Litecoin is going to the numbers you talked about. I forget now what numbers you talked about. Okay, Litecoin at 5,000, and where is the other one? Oh yeah, 3,000. I mean, Litecoin's sitting here at $80. Litecoin is also sitting here at $6 billion market cap. It's the 18th largest coin on the market. As all these technologies evolve, Is there need or room for Litecoin in the market? Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm kind of asking the question. It is one of the first coins. I think there's a bit of a sentimental value to it. But as the technology expands and improves, and is there other coins with the same technology, only better technology and stuff? Is there need for Litecoin to be at number 18 in the market? You know, for Litecoin to go to $3,000 or $5,000, you know, the market cap has to be astronomical. It's just not going to happen, I don't think. To $5,000. You know, from here it's 6,000% or a 60x. The market cap would almost, no, it doesn't work exactly, but if you multiply 60x by 6 billion, do we say it was? Is that 3.6 trillion? Or yeah, no, sorry, $360 billion market cap. Well, $360 billion market cap, it would move it to the same size as Ethereum, which is sitting at number 2 right now. I mean, if you look at all the things built on top of Ethereum, and what Ethereum is used for on the space, and then compared to what Litecoin is doing, it's hard to see Litecoin doing that. Personally, I am weary of Litecoin eventually breaking this trend line, and failing and drifting back down to nothing. Basically, I don't know. I could be completely wrong on this, but I get the sense of Litecoin being one of the early adopters and being one of the early coins. But it's almost like one of the early internet stocks that was there, had their time in the limelight, and eventually kind of peters out and drifts away as technology advances. I might be completely wrong on that, but I've got that feeling, and I don't really like the structure, and I don't like this trend line here. I could be wrong on that trend line. It could really prove me wrong and somehow hold, and if this continues to hold or something, sometimes you do get these huge moves off these trend lines. I don't mean to draw that into 2029 because it's already long in the tooth. I suppose you really could draw movement up anytime now. This could break up from here and move away, because this has already been trending along the trend line. But the longer it trends along here, it gets dangerous. You break down from here, and it can start to derail. I don't mean to be too critical about Litecoin. It's just some thoughts I have. Really, it's an opinion. I did think that there's, every alt season. I mean, you expect a lot of BTC coins to run, and there is quite often a period when that should happen. This is XRP here, but look at XRP back in 2020 and 21. It didn't even get an alt season, but the reason it didn't get the alt season is because Bitcoin obviously was up so much as well. There's 300%. But if you the thing is, if you do the maths on it, and if you held Bitcoin from July the 1st, 2020. Okay, I'm going to move out to the weekly chart. If we do the maths on this here, so the low in the 28th of December 2020, okay, right there, and the price bounced 400%. 20th of December 2020. Okay, so if you had bought there, and the 20th of December, there's the 21st of December from right here. Well, if you bought there and sold, that also went up 2x. We'll just call it a 2x. So if you held XRP there, XRP went up 4x your money, but Bitcoin also went up 2x. So the value of your XRP would have went up, 2x. So your 400% would be worth 800%. So if you put $10,000 on that low on XRP, it would be worth $80,000. If you bought here, and it went 4x here, but it went 4x the price on XRP. It also went 2x on the price of Bitcoin, meaning that it was 8x in total. So even though this doesn't look like a big move, when you do the maths on it, from my calculation, from a rough calculation, it seems like that this was still an 8x, even though it's saying 4x here, from your initial US dollar value. But that is interesting to note, right? If I can go back to Bitcoin there. Okay, so when did that start to run? That was December. So it started to run right here. It started to run, the BTC pairs started to run when Bitcoin broke its all-time high. It wasn't in the consolidation beforehand. It was above the all-time high here. So if we take the same logic again, well, this is consolidation around it. It is not breaking the all-time high yet. Yes, there was a spike through it or whatever, but what we can take from it is, you know, if Bitcoin does this now in the next week, right, and smashes through it, well, right there, that might be when some of the altcoins might start to run. I mean, the BTC pair altcoins start to run. If we look at the last one, it was the first major breakup through the all-time highs that the BTC pairs started to run. There was a bit of FOMO into them. They bottomed, sorry. The BTC pairs bottomed. Now, if we go back to what we know, you can see here, there was a bullish stop hunt on a 3 month, there's a bullish stop hunt on a 3 month, and right now, we do actually have a bullish stop hunt. Right? We actually do have a bullish 3 month stop hunt here. Is Bitcoin going to break out through all-time highs? Is the low on these in? Well, I'm not so sure. In past history, it showed there that BTC needs to be at new all-time highs. Or doesn't need to be, but potentially is a better position if Bitcoin is in all-time highs. Is this a knife catch buy here right now? Probably yes, and you need to get out again if it drops below that white line. If we look at it though, the monthly is not great, right? This is a bearish outside bar in theory, kind of implying that this can still go lower and break down. So it's probably saying it's not the best place to be buying, but you definitely can trade a new monthly candle. If it flips green, you can buy it in the possibility that this is actually building a base. And if it builds a base like this, well, these bases like to break back up. They can be reversals. Did we have any of those in the past? We didn't actually. No. Here there's a little bit of a base there, and it broke back up, but slightly different. You could maybe here. There's a base here, and then the base broke up. But for now, I don't think there's any reason to FOMO. But there is a bullish 3 month stop hunt. You could trade a new monthly candle to see if this moves, but it needs to flip green and stay green. But in theory, what you said here, or will it break out and forever go lower against BTC? Well, in theory, yes. The BTC pairs in theory should continue to go lower forever on BTC if BTC is going to do what everybody thinks. There's only 21 million BTC. BTC is going to get more scarce and scarce and scarce as more banks start to buy it, as institutions, the public, as people die and lose their wallets. There's going to be less and less BTC available. There's already supposedly only 16 million Bitcoin in existence because there's been 4 million, 5 million has been wiped out from people dying or people not believing in Bitcoin. So if there's only 16 million Bitcoin, what about in the next 30 years? Is there going to be a few million less Bitcoin from people losing their wallets and stuff? I'm not sure, but it's a possibility. Meaning it's going to get more scarce and less Bitcoin around for everybody buying it, meaning the price should in theory go higher and continue going higher over time. I watched a video recently about the debt in the world, and it's 900 trillion in debt, and in the next 5 years that debt is expected to double because of all the debt that's here, because of interest payments and all the rest, because of the wars, interest payments, because of inflation. They need to expand the monetary system. They need to expand the currency, the amount of money in circulation, just to continue to pay off the debt. So what you said here, that things might forever go lower against BTC, if BTC is going to continue to go higher. But anyway, that's just some thoughts. Of course, it's hard to know for sure. And yes, dominance would have to go down for these to go up in theory. So anyway, mate, yeah, I hope it helps. I hope you're well.